Right, folk, welcome back to another video beer review today with a beer coming out of Burning Sky. It is the Hedgerow Provision. There we are. This was kindly bought for me by Mr. Mersey Beers, Adam from Mersey Beers. He bought me this from In at Home in Newbury just before Christmas, along with a couple of other beers as well. With some of the other beers, with the hope that I was going to be actually consuming them before Christmas. Kind of got round to a few of them a little bit later than what I should have done. I know two of them, well, in fact, one of them we did. What was it two? I can't remember which we did. The plum nights where we did all the plum beers and everything all in one. He also bought me a couple of other beers to have on a stream, which I couldn't go to because I was on the Christmas work doing that sort of thing. I could have gone to, but I was fucking steaming when I left that place, left the work do, so I would have not have been good on live stream that we would have done. So yeah, but this was one of the beers he bought, and this I think deserves a proper decent video because, well, it's mixed firm. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a little bit funky. There's a little bit of interesting sort of flavours going on inside of it. So yeah, Hedgerow Provision, 6.2% ABV as well. Probably one of the stronger ones he brought out of the box. That he gave me as well. Unfiltered, unpasteurised. May contain cinnamon, bit of chilled drum and bass. I think it's some Seba. I think it is. So it says ingredients are water, malted barley, wheat, spelt, damsons, blackberries, blackcurrants, hops, and yeast. Beer in many languages, brewed and canned by Burning Sky. I need to get a box from Burning Sky. So I've done Burnt Mill, done Howling Hops. I've actually weirdly got some Vault City, but that's because of something that happened with a previous Vault City order. Got some more Vault City coming. So maybe in February, I might do a little Burning Sky order. Maybe March, because I'm away for a large chunk of February, so it might be worth doing it in March instead. But yeah, you'll probably see some reviews from abroad in February, and by abroad I mean both Scotland and Estonia as well. So yeah, anyway, this mixed fermentation farmhouse beer was aged in one of our oak foeders. I love a foeder. There was a time about 2020 2021 when I was kind of, I wasn't necessarily, I was mildly investing myself in wine, and natty wine, and natural wine, whatever you want to call it, and learning about foeders, and yeah, mildly jealous about this. This mixed fermentation farmhouse beer was aged in one of our oak foeders for 6 months before further aging on damsons, blackberries, and blackcurrants. These fruits line the hedgerows around the brewery at this time of year, reflecting the seasonality of this beer. Yeah, it's probably a bit old then. Balanced with the acidity of our house yeast culture, this is a delightful beer to have with friends. So, canned on 24th of October 2024, best before, bloody hell, that's brave, 22nd of October 2026. So is it saying that it's like an autumnal hedgerow beer, maybe? Well, you'd immediately think, well, I suppose damsons and blackberries and that sort of thing. Sorry, blackberries and blackcurrants and damsons. You'd think maybe an autumnal beer. We'll see. Very firm can as I was cracking it open. I reckon this can be a proper lively boy. I'll try and pour it as gently as possible. But I reckon it's going to be a really refreshing, gentle sour, potentially, of some form. It doesn't really farmhouse beer, so in general I don't really get along with them very well. It's not like the style for me. God, that's it's tart and it's very like pippy sort of. There's no real. I remember when I was making a distillery was making cherry vodka, and when it was very fresh to going in, you could taste a lot of the sweetness from the cherries, a lot of the kind of like, you know, standard cherry flavour. And then as time went on, you were getting more and more of the flavour from the cherry stone, or the pip, stone, isn't it? And This, you're getting a lot of kind of earthy, light floral, definitely quite tart and sharp acidity from, I'd probably say most of that, the blackberries. Maybe a bit from the blackcurrants, but damson probably rounding out with a touch of sweetness. We'll dive in either way. Cheers. That's a little bit of a roller coaster of flavours, that. It's sweet and then tart and then sweet and a little bit of funk. An interesting beer, but not the sort of beer that you could actually, fucking cane back. I don't think it's designed to be that sort of beer. It's designed to be interesting and flavourful. Definitely getting blackberries, which you'd expect. Damson, like I said, I think it's providing a bit of a sweetness. Blackcurrant, I don't know which is the more sour, the blackberries or the blackcurrants. I reckon the blackcurrants are providing the more sweetness. Blackberries giving you a bit more of a touch of a tartness. It's one of those beers that you kind of think, God, that's hard to analyse. Because there's a lot of flavours and it's a bit of a roller coaster, like I said. The same song twice, don't know why. Yeah, it goes sweet and fruity, like you expect from the blackberries and blackcurrants, and the damson. Then it goes relatively tart, mildly sharp, a little bit of the sweetness picks up again. There's a lot of flavour in the back end of it in terms of what affects the palate later on as well. There's almost like we're saying about that kind of like pippy, stony earthiness. That carries on, I say relatively, almost all the way through. And there's a light floral. That's a good beer, that. That's a good beer. There's a lot of flavours in it. And they're all quite hard to completely, perfectly convey. But I think it's really lovely. Yeah. An experience for sure. Hedgerow provision from Burning Sky. See about yourself. Give it a go. See you next one. Cheers.